Okay, before we get started, I have 3 shoutouts I want to make to 3 special people. 1, Jimmy, thanks for joining the community. Your sub is appreciated. Number 2, Wildfire Games on itch.io released their demo for a game called Toramon. If it's like a Final Fantasy meets Pokemon meets Digimon type deal. Really fun. It's in beta right now. Go check it out on itch.io. I'll leave a link in the description. And 3, Nick Day. Dude's an OG. He's been helping me out a lot. And since Connor hasn't been in the comments recently, he's my new favorite. Yeah. So, party people, I played myself. I played myself. I shouldn't have done it. I played myself. You see, one of the reasons I started a YouTube channel is to prove to myself I could do most things related to game dev. You know, I could do it. I could prove to myself I have the ability to do this, right? That way, whenever I got discouraged, I had a way to make sure I was encouraged by something, right? However, I'm still a human being and I'm still fallible. So we're going to go into this week's mistake. Okay, to summarize, let me scroll down my task list for each of the small versions of the project. As you can tell, I make sure to save and update every 7 or so main changes, so that way I don't lose progress just in case an emergency happens. Well, do you see this right here? WASD movement? Yeah, I should not have checked this off, because doing this means that Future Eddie assumes that all other things were done. It wasn't. Essentially, I ended up just saying, why did I do this with WASD movement? And I spent about a day trying to fix it myself, and then I just buckled and watched the Brackeys tutorial. It happens. It's not preferable. Like I said in the first video, you don't want to be using tutorial code. Most tutorial code is not going to be good for a long-term project. But I like Brackeys a lot, and a lot of his code has been helpful for me, at least. And I think the current code that we use for the controller movement is like adapted from the code that he gave from that original tutorial, but then but it didn't work with the new input system, and I had to make a lot of changes to that in order to make it work with the new input system. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, as of right now, I have I can't get over that past Eddie bit. Jesus. As of right now, I guess it was as of today, which is not the day I'm recording, not the day I uploaded this video. I sent a couple of my friends a couple copies of the test build of the... Oh, yeah, this is open. And I want to see what they think, right? Because, you know, we're in the concept phase still. We're not in their alpha yet. I mean, we don't even have a character yet. We can't even consider ourselves at alpha. So I sent them a couple test builds to see what they think. Hopefully, by the time this video comes out, they would have helped me. They would have sent their submissions and their feedback in. If not, I'll just get you guys a walkthrough. If the video's under 10 minutes long, then I won't do the walk. If the video is over 10 minutes long, I won't do the walkthrough. But yeah, we'll do the walkthrough. Hopefully, you'll see it what they're able to play. But yeah, if you guys don't see the walkthrough, then don't worry about it. Hey yo, Eddie in post. Just letting you know that the walkthrough was like 15 minutes long. I wanted to cut it down a little bit, so if it's kind of choppy, man. I'm gonna upload the whole thing, probably the day this goes up. So if you see 2 uploads, just letting you know that's what it is. All right, deuces. All right, attempt number 2 of recording the walkthrough, because the first time I tried recording the walkthrough, the audio desynced, and so the whole thing is just wrong. And when it comes to saving and loading persistent data, there are tons of options. Your creativity, that's why I love game development so much. Your creativity is really the thing that drives the ship, because there are a million different ways. There's never one set way of answering a question like these. There are sometimes more optimal ways, right? There are probably tons of more optimal ways, but really it's how you decide to do it, what's best for your project. But yeah, anywho, Let's go ahead and start the walkthrough. I did fix lost movement. I'm not going to show that I fixed lost movement because I'm going to use a controller, but I did fix it. Take my word on that. I'm sorry because this walkthrough is already going to be really long. But yeah, no. As you can tell, like I said, I went through the walkthrough earlier today and it didn't work. So I still have the spells from last time. And you could say that as a drawback from using a scriptable object as persistent data. Is that now, even though I've started the game over from a fresh start, I still have spells, which I shouldn't have. So yeah, we went through this. We can run through him again. We reset our level, but we didn't reset our spells. So we're going to cast a couple on him. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Reset that. Redraw. Bang, bang, bang. So, one of the things... Oh yeah, at the moment I've disabled menus that show player level and stats and skills and whatnot, and even HP, because I don't want my friends who are gonna be playing this to actually see that. I know that sounds weird, but I kind of don't want them to focus on that stuff right now, right? Like, balance is not what I want them to focus on. Like, I don't want them to know how much damage they're doing or how much HP they have at the end of the game. That's not the point. I want them to see, hey, because even the characters' animations, I love Mixamo, but dang, I don't like their combat animations at all. They always come across as real wonky. Especially when you match into a character that wasn't a Mixamo character. Look real odd. But yeah. I'm going to make sure I credit everybody for all the things I've taken from them. But yeah, right now we're doing a ton of damage because we have leveled up a couple times. I think first level is like, it takes like one enemy to kill for first level, and then after that, it's like, God, I know I use a lot. Did I use a logarithmic expression for level? I think I used one. Either logarithmic or, I don't remember. I don't remember. It's been a minute since I actually programmed it. But yeah. So we leveled up a couple times, we got a lot of drive back, got a lot of HP back. I know that was also a really wonky transition animation, but the fact is that it actually did the transition, which is all that I really cared about. This is where we would get our spells to begin with, right? Like, I didn't want them to actually use the spells at first. I wanted them to, like, see what combat was like, and then now they have understanding what spells are supposed to be. We have a small little cutscene. Obviously, I don't want the player to move during the cutscene, so we're static right here. And then when the camera resets, we should get our movement back. There it is. We're gonna block that. Again, I don't know why the Mixmo animation does that. Maybe it's not the Mixmo animation. Maybe it's me. I don't know. But I always found that weird that it blocked that way. That was odd. Okay, and then I know camera movement's also probably a bit wonky, and the animation does not show the entire scope of where I want damage to be. In conjunction with the player, they're supposed to go like a little bit behind, maybe like and then the pathfinding algorithm will be like, oh, okay, well, we can't go right there, and the character's not moving, so I'm just gonna go a little bit that way or a little bit that way. And that's one of the things I love about nav mesh. I prefer usually A star actually, but nav mesh has been really useful for this specific project because it allows me to easily update the actual. Well, not easily. I guess it is easy. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's easier, but it's free. It comes with Unity, so it's got a lot of built-in features that go along with Unity. And the ease of use for me has been pretty good for nav mesh. I think I did a practice project with A star, and that's where I fell in love with A star, and I was like, oh, this is really good. I really wish, and the free version of A star is already very powerful, but it just didn't work for this specific project. So we went ahead and went with nav mesh. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go through the boss level. Boss is not meant to be beatable at all. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now. I'm probably not gonna beat it or really try to beat it. I'm just gonna like cast some spells on it until it stops moving. Because it's not gonna do. I don't think it'll even delete itself. But I know I need to change. Come on. I know I need to change the animation that it go to when we actually do this because it's gonna start firing on me immediately. Thankfully, the projectiles are so slow moving that it's like, okay, I'm gonna purposely run them to make sure they do damage. Come on, don't do that to me. Okay, he's gonna charge me a little bit. He's not gonna charge all the way because his charge time, because he has a timer for his charge. And then bang, 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 gonna lace him. We're gonna fire at him from here. And now we're out of drive. Oh, he got me back. Oh, he's doing damage. Oh god, the camera. Okay, and now he's firing at me again. Oh god. Okay. Okay. He's firing at me again. I'm too close, so he can't hit me. And I believe I got him at half health. Now, normally, this is where a phase 2 would happen. Thankfully, or unthankfully, I don't know yet. I have not scripted the phase 2 because I didn't want him to be beatable. So he has no phase 2, so he's gonna sit there. And that's the end of the actual tech demo, I guess. But yeah, that's the walkthrough. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And back to the rest of the video. So, why do I keep clapping? Jeez. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, if you want to play the test build or sample build, let's say if this video gets, let's see if I get 5 subs from this video or 10 likes or whatever, I'll put it on itch.io and you guys can download it, play it for yourself, and give me some feedback. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.